years ago, a samurai lived in service of a lord. He was a great samurai, enormously strong and brave. Even as a boy, he surpassed his teachers in the use of the spear and of the sword. But the master he served succumbed to the evils of this world and came to ruin.
You were a big player for so long. Now this. Please tell us about what went wrong.
Well, I borrowed too much money and the interest on it was obscene. I had to buy my whole family new clothes every season. That costs a lot. So then the harvest fails, so I have to tax everybody extra to bring in the food. But then my local peasants thought I could get too much money from them, and they just refused to pay it. And then hiring an army to put down some angry peasants just costs a lot. You have no idea. And then the soldiers offended, and I thought it was a really funny joke. But then, now no one will talk to me or lend me any money anymore. My life is ruined.
Alrighty then.
With the house he served gone to ruin, our samurai found himself without a master. He could have easily found another daimyo to serve.
Daimyo. In feudal Japan, a great lord who served the shogun.
But his heart was true. Rather than seek glory with another, he chose to give up the world. So he cut off his hair and became a traveling priest, taking the Buddhist name of Kwairia. But always under his priest's robe beat the heart of a samurai. He scorned danger. He traveled in all weathers and seasons to preach in places no other priest would have dared to go. For it was an age of disorder, and the highways were dangerous for a lone traveler, even if he was a priest.
No villages nearby. I might as well pass the night under the stars. A bare rock is a good bed. The roots of a pine is an excellent pillow. Perfect.
What kind of a man can you be, sir? That you dare to sleep alone in a place like this? There's hunters around here, many of them. Are you not afraid of hairy things?
Hairy thing. Hairy thing. See?
Friend, I'm only a wandering priest, a cloud and water guest, as folks call it. Unsui.
Unsui, meaning cloud and water guest. It's a term for an itinerant Zen monk in search of a master.
Roar.
And I'm not in the least bit afraid of hairy things.
Dagnabbit.
By hairy things, you mean goblin foxes or goblin badgers or any creatures of that sort. As for lonesome places, I like them. They're good for meditation. I like sleeping alone, and I'm just not the kind of person to be anxious about life.
You sound very brave, but you don't get it. This place has a very bad name. And brave or not, as the proverb says, the superior man doesn't do stupid, dangerous things for no good reason. I have to emphasize that. It is very dangerous to sleep here. Therefore, although I only live in a little wretched hut, I beg you to come home with me. I don't have much food to offer, but at least there's a roof you can sleep under without risk.
Quario liked the kind tone of this man. So he accepted his modest offer. The woodcutter guided him along a narrow path through the mountain forest. The path was rough, sometimes dangerous, sometimes skirting precipice, sometimes nothing but slippery roots to step on, sometimes winding over jagged rocks, or through narrow paths barely wide enough to fit. But eventually, they arrived at a clearing at the top of a hill, a full moon shining overhead. A small thatched cottage lit from within. Water flowed through bamboo pipes at the back of the shed. Beyond the shed, there was a grove of cedars and bamboos. Beyond the trees, a waterfall, swaying in the moonlight like a long, white robe.
Come inside. Let me introduce you to my families.
always find people with such good manners in a place like this. From your kindness and polite welcome, I suppose you're not always a woodsman. Perhaps you used to belong to one of the upper classes.
Sir, you're not mistaken. Though I now live in this little hut, I was once a person of distinction. My story is the story of a ruined life, ruined by my own fault. I once served a great daimyo, but I love to party. Right?
Yeah.
How would it not been possible without my expertise? And you ingrates knocked me unconscious.
Great soccer.
I got too passionate, I acted wickedly, bringing ruins to my health and the deaths of many people. Retribution followed me. My family became fugitives in the land. Right? Yeah.
I hate this
Worst
tiny
days.
house.
Life without indentured servants is a pain.
I had to eat dirt.
That must be very hard for you. How do you feel about that?
I'm in mourning for my life.
Alrighty then.
Now, I only wish to make some atonement for this evil, so I may one day return to my ancestral son. I don't know if it's possible, but I tried to overcome this karma with sincere repentance, and by helping, as far as I can, to those who are unfortunate. Right?
Yeah.
He saved me from a raging fire.
We gave a vagabond a place of repose.
He cured my goldfish's leprosy.
Saved someone for from drowning.
He saved many diseased children from a hospital by giving what remains of our money.
My friend, I've observed that men prone to foolishness in their youth may indeed, after many years, become earnest and right living. I do not doubt that you have a good heart.
Right?
Greatest
Right.
of hearts.
Right.
Yeah.
I've never missed that worst.
And I truly hope better fortune will come to you. So tonight, I will recite the sutras for your sake, and pray you may obtain the force to overcome the karma of your past errors. Good night. Oyasumi.
Cryo recited the sutras deep into the night. He opened the window to look at the landscape before lying down. It was a beautiful night. No clouds, no wind, only bright moonlight casting black shadows and glittering on the dews of the garden. Cryo felt thirsty.
I bet I could get up and drink from those bamboo pipes without waking everyone else up.
Very gently, he pushed the curtains that separated his room from the main apartment, and by the light of lanterns, saw 6 bodies
Without heads?
He stood there, bewildered, imagining a crime. But then he realized there was no blood. The neck hasn't been cut through. He thought,
Either this is an illusion made by goblins, or I've just been lured into a dwelling of a Rokurokubi.
he remembered.
In the book Soshinki, it is written that if one finds the body of a Rokurokubi and takes it to another place, the head will never be able to rejoin the neck. It also says that when the head comes back and finds its body has been taken, it will strike itself upon the floor 3 times, bounding like a ball, panting in great fear, and quickly die. If these Rokurokubi mean me no good, then I am justified in following the instructions of the book.
Lafcadio Hearn actually got this part wrong. Rokurokubi are demons whose necks stretch and allow their heads to float freely. Demons whose heads fully detach from their bodies are called Nukekubi. This thing is a Rokurokubi from the Hokusai manga of 1814. Wait, that manga in 1814?
Hey! Come on. Manga here means drawing or sketches. Not what you're thinking of, Caden.
Me?
Go on.
It must have gone out with that smoke hole in the roof.
Oh my god!
Get away from me.
I want my mommy.
I was foolish to make up that story about my bad karmas. It only made him recite sukas on behalf of us.
Being near him while he's reciting would be difficult. We can't touch him while he's praying.
True, but it's early morning already. Perhaps he has already gone to sleep.
Someone go to the house and check up what he's doing.
I'll go. He's not in the house. He's gone.
What?
Well, that's not the worst of it. That's not the worst of it. You've taken the body of our Aruji, and I do not know where it's placed in.
I'm his replacement, guys.
You must have read the book of Sushin. I hate that stupid book.
If my body has been moved, or joining it is impossible. Then I must die. After all doubt, we're getting the priest here. Before I die, I'll get him. I'll chip him to pieces. I'll devour him.
There he is, behind that tree. Hide him, the coward!
The sky was brightening. The day was about to dawn. Cryo knew that the power of the Rokurokubi was limited to the hours of darkness. He looked at the goblin head still clinging to his sleeve and thought, what a gift.
And so our cloud and water guest gathered his things and left. He journeyed on until he came to a town.
Hey, tucking your shirt. Where's your belt?
Hey, no gone!
Oh my God!
What was he to think but the head was the head of a murdered man who in the moment of being killed had caught the murderer's sleeve in his teeth.
What am I about to tell you? You guys are going to be scared, but I need your help.
Relax, we're professionals here. You can talk to us.
Just tell us what happened.
There's a man with a human sleeve attached to his hand. And he's not like a normal citizen.
Oh yeah, what else? And on his foot.
It's like my partner here's a genius. Tell me another one.
You guys are idiots.
Mario was not the kind of man to be anxious about life.
shamelessly parade a crime like that. Shamelessly parading it.
Sirs, I did not fasten this head to my sleeve. It fastened itself here.
Well, X, I've eyes, you see?
And this is not the head of a man. This is the head of a goblin.
You fit have a short range
And
and a long range.
if
You
I-
see, you're just fine.
If I did cause the death of this goblin, I was merely taking precautions. I didn't spill any blood.
He proceeded to tell the whole story of his adventure, bursting into laughter as he described his encounter with the floating heads. But the magistrates did not laugh.
He is a hardened criminal.
He insults our intelligence.
He hasn't noticed all those degrees on our walls proving how much we know.
Degrees!
See?
You
are sentenced to death!
Right! Wait! Let us examine the head first. If the priest speaks the truth, the head will show for it. Bring it here.
Wait, you said it was fast.
Look, there is no cut. The line of severance is as smooth as a line at which a falling leaf detaches itself from the stem. The priest told us the truth. This is the head of a Rokurokubi.
It's a Nukakubi, but carry on.
It has been well known that such goblins have been dwelling in the mountains of the province of Kai since very ancient times. And you have the air of a soldier. Perhaps you once belonged to the samurai class?
You guessed right. Before becoming a priest, I was a samurai. In those days, I feared neither man nor devil, and I don't fear them now.
With honor, the town escorted Quario to the residence of the daimyo, who welcomed him, feasted, and gave him handsome gifts. When Quario left the town, he was as happy as any priest was permitted to be in this transitory world. As for the head, he took it with him.
And now it only remains to tell what became of the head. A day or two after these events, Quirio made a robbery in a lonesome place. The robber made Quirio strip his outer robes. The robber made Quirio strip his outer robes. The robber made Quirio strip his outer robes. Quirio at once offered his robe to the robber.
Oh! What kind of priest are you? I may be bad, but I've never walked around with anyone's head attached to my sleeve. But I must say, I admire you. Maybe I could buy this head from you and use it to frighten people.
Buy if you must, but you must know this is the head of a goblin.
Yeah, right.
So the robber got the head and the robe, and for a while he played goblin priest on the highways. But upon reaching the town where the priest had been jailed, and learning the real story, he became afraid the spirit of the Rokurokubi might give him trouble. So he made up his mind to return the head to the place it had come from. He made his way along a path that was rough, sometimes dangerous, sometimes skirting precipices, sometimes with nothing but slippery roots to step on, sometimes winding over a jagged rock, or through narrow passes barely wide enough to fit. But eventually, he reached an abandoned hut at the clearing at the top of the hill.
So I bury the head and place a tombstone and have a service performed for the spirit of the Rokurokubi.
And the tombstone may be seen, even to this day, if you can find the quiet clearing.
So, what have you learned from this experience?
Some things, it's better just to leave them alone.
All right.